Welcome in, you guys. Welcome to the PodcastByYo family. Happy Sunday. How's everybody's Sunday going? I hope it's going good. Because, man, tonight we're ending week 25 on the journey in San Francisco. It has been a crazy but rewarding ride. The lessons I've learned, the overflow, the abundance, the glow, the revelation on relationships, the ones to walk away from, to not give up on yourself, and sometimes, when necessary, walk away from the old wound so you can heal. This place is called growth. That place is called giving more. That place is called show your purpose. Move into that space. Grow while you're clapping. And clap for the people next to you. Oh, shout out to my uncle. That song is called All I Had Was Me. I sent you the link. And you guys, at the end of this in the comments, I will link my the music I play on this, okay, you guys? So if you guys want to know a song, just reach out to me. I'll tell you what it is. I promise, on my YouTube account. Anyway, but like I was saying, I started this surgical tech journey going on 20 years in June. But my traveling contract position I started 3 years ago. And I'm proud. And to see myself walking into 2026 and knowing that I have outshined myself sometimes. Didn't know I had my own strength. Sometimes people be looking from the outside and they be like, how's she doing it? Sometimes I just got to thank God for it. Yes. Anyway, we're in the new year now. The new year has passed. How y'all feeling? How many of you guys have stayed on course with the year-end goals and the leading into the new year goals? It's okay if it's bumpy. Because how many of us took heavy hits at the end of 2025? How many have took heavy hits while still being still in the moment of life? Please comment down below. And you know what? If you want to be anonymous, message me. Because at times we need to be still. We want to be on the move for no reason. We want to run around and give what we need to when we are in our healing stages. Heal your mind. Because an untrained mind, oh boy, that's destruction on itself. Destruction in you. When your mind is not trained and it's untrained and the thoughts are not organized, what happens is the body needs to be detoxed. You need proper nutrients from the nonsense, from the self-absorbed around us. Come on, y'all. You got to disconnect from it. And that's why we can't get our thoughts through. The chaos in it. And we're trying to figure it out. Stop rushing the process. Disconnect from the chaos. Connect with a good person and connect with the good person within you. And if that means driving to the grocery store 30 minutes away from where you stay so you can have quietness, then that's what it takes. But don't ever stay somewhere where you're not growing in your own element. You're not growing into your own purpose. How many of us can sit with your own thoughts? And I mean the sit silence, sit still, the calmness, the quietness, where there's no noise. How many of us can do that? Can you take the responsibility of accepting what the soul says to the spirit? Can you accept those words? Because sometimes those words hurt, even though you know the truth. Can you let your guard down to feel the emotions that are already breaking you? Can you let the tears come? Can you take in those feelings? Can you let it shake your core? Don't break concentration from it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it, y'all. It's not worth it. Don't break don't break it. Why? Because you got purpose. You have goals. We have family. And we got boundaries. Heal. Heal so the light within you can begin your guide. Begin your path. Begin your purpose. We could do it. It's not easy. This journey has never been easy. It's not easy because we got distractions. And I'll say this, distractions are costly. Costly. We are chosen to be on this planet that we call Earth, or whatever you want to call it. There could have been all types of outcomes for you. Think about that. Yes, some of us took heavy hits as kids, as youth, as adult. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you carry that pain, that you carry that hurt, that you created that thick wall with. That pain of abandonment. Those disappointments we carry, the heaviness we carry, the shame we carry. Ooh, the motivation though, after you feel like no one is showing up. I have to do it myself. That fire is unmistakable because the thing about it is, when you think you have a choice, you don't have a choice. It's an illusion. You either have right or wrong. You know the choice. You know what you're up against. You know what you have to do to survive. You know to stand up and leave what is not necessary for your survival. If the past was a fight and you were fighting it, let it catch on fire. Let it burn. So when you come out, the thought, and you see the ashes, you see all that burnt stuff, remember the lessons. Remember the lessons. Remember who waited in that tissue. Remember who prayed about you. Remember who poured into you when you couldn't pour into anybody. When you was laying in that bed and the pillow heard everything that you was talking because you didn't think nobody was listening. Something does listen. I'll tell you. I've been through a lot. Man, I have an unforgivable big story. Man. You go through things, but you get through them, and all of a sudden, you are walking through everything that you've wanted, loved, needed, surrounded yourself. The fact that I found a sisterhood ship out here, the fact that I could stand in a parking lot amongst black women, and I'm not saying nothing to my counterparts. You guys have lots of things that you guys do too. You guys like do yoga and stuff together. That's great. But anyway, it's great to sit and have a cool conversation amongst my fellow peers, my mentors, the ones that pour into you when you think you have nothing left. Keep going, keep going. But the one big thing is the energy I surround myself with. It's a force field. It's not a compliment. I wouldn't give myself because I carried too much at times. I allowed myself to be broken by other betrayals. People betrayed me and I spoke not. That turned into isolation. I had to choose to heal because we carry love for the next. We carry unneeded energy that will drain us more than it will prepare us for what we need. Now my protection and my guard is at peace, but it's thick. And it's not being selfish. I do not have revenge, and you should not have revenge neither. Boundaries are boundaries. It's not hate. It's not jealousy. It's not loud. What it is comfort. What it is you know. What it is you understand why You start to understand the things that you thought you would never understand. So sit in that quiet. Sit in that silence. Because we're all hurting from someone, from the past experiences. Those things are traumatizing. So place yourself around others that will help you to be a soft person. Because Ed has made me soft. He's made me a very soft person, a very soft wife. I love my little soft life. Because, man, oh boy, back then, yeah. So, we got to get to our soft point. But it doesn't come without pain. It doesn't come without sacrifice. It doesn't come without being beat down. It doesn't come without wounds. It doesn't come without those things. So, Anyway, last week my little sister called me. And she told me, I probably should take it as a compliment, but I was stunned that she even said it. She said, I make motherhood and a working wife look easy. It's never been easy. I made heavy choices, knowing the consequences. I chose not to stay where I was not welcome. I kept in faith while in survival. It broke me many a times. It broke hard. I had pieces of my soul stomped on. And then my reverse Uno card was sharp. It was going to cut you like glass back then. And when I tell you, God and the Holy Spirit will remind you and what was needed, it will make you silent. It will calm you. So I did. I gathered myself. I regrouped myself. I reclaimed myself. Stop looking through other people's windows. Because you never know. You never know. I rebuilt it. I rebuilt myself. And now, it took a long time. The truth is, once you start to heal and let go and you begin to find your purpose, the strength you had created, because you have to create the strength. And while you created that strength, like I said, the tears fell, the anger, the bitterness, knowing the truth on things and not being able to say anything or not wanting to say anything. But I'll tell you what, now I trust the process. And it took a long time to get to this peaceful state of mind and state of awareness, including a tamed and focused mindset. Because if you met me, like I said, 15 years ago, 10 years ago, that was a whole different person. She was a monster. I do question my state of mind back then. I'm not even going to sit here and act like I was, yeah, you had to come correct. I just didn't take any crap. But on the other hand I allowed other crap. I allowed other things. But today, I set boundaries. Today, I am defending myself. I will not allow people to walk all over me. I will not take up for people when it's not my job. I will not allow people to break me. I will not allow to consume somebody else's ugliness. And I don't want to consume it in that way. I don't want to consume it in the thought of it was normal behavior. We stand there and consume and think that it's normal behavior for somebody to keep ruffling our feathers, pushing us around, and we stay in. It's costly. It's costly to stay there, you guys. And it can cost you from financial, mental, your body, everything. Defend yourself. Defend it. Because those days have ended. They have to. And I stand on that. I have a question, though. We always preach to our kids to stand up to outsiders. How come we don't teach our kids to defend ourselves when it comes to the family circle? the emphasis on family circle is your circle is their energy. You need that. But if you don't have the same energy, don't come in my space. I no longer have room for that type of energy. Like if you come in with energy, if you come in with big energy, my sis down here, Taisha, I'll tell you, we hadn't seen each other because I had went home for the holiday break to spend time with my family. And we kept playing phone tag. And let me tell you, I was sitting and talking to Ed, and I was hearing a bus, but I could hear the engine, and I was like, man, this bus should have left. And then I heard honky, and I was like, this is weird. So sorry, story time, you guys. And so I get a text, and she's like, I'm outside. I'm thinking like, what? So I go open the curtains, the window right here, you guys. And she pulled up in her second vehicle, a 45-foot school bus, y'all, to check on me. If you are not pulling up and checking on your people or me like that, and she was working, and she just said, you know what? I'm about to whip around and check on my friend because I can take this route. Sometimes we avoid taking routes. We avoid it because sometimes we are too jealous of the next person and don't even need to be because that person is rooting for you. Check on me. She stopped. So if you ain't coming with that energy, find somebody else. That was big. That's big energy. Big energy. Yeah, I don't want nobody else can. If you're not pulling up, nope. You better have something good. You know, like when I was sick, my best friend Joe pulled up. She came up with smoothies. That's pulling up. And people want to just say, I didn't have time. You always have time. You'll have time for your pleasures. You'll have time to stop and get something to eat. You'll have time to stop and get some gummies or alcohol or anything else you need. You'll have time for that. So when I say pull up, that's what type of pull up I'm talking about. Because in the end, the people that are already whispering about you that are not pulling up for you, burn them bridges. The relationships, just say goodbye. Because people love to hear themselves lie. They do. They love to hear themselves lie. And we, as the people that are trying to walk in the light that we are going, we cannot allow it. Them days are over. Just like the $5 foot long subway. Remember those foot long subways? Yeah, them days is over. Those days are over for us. So, So someone, I read somewhere that people cry out for help. But what if you're the one that's crying out for help and nobody is listening? What if your cries go unheard by the ones that say they love you? So who do we cry out to when we cry out? So when we cry out and nobody's listening, is that when our pleasures become the replacement of our cries? Because the ones that are not hearing us, the ones that we depend on, the ones that do not want to disappoint, that keep disappointing you, and then we go back and it's like a vicious circle. Let that go. We have to let that mindset go. That's a terrible mindset, you guys. It hurts to cry out, and it hurts to be crying. We have to help. We have to learn how to self-soothe. And self-soothing is sitting by yourself, like I started off in the beginning. It means addressing these wounds, even if the wounds that you thought were scarred over, but you actually just covered them with beautiful tattoos, beautiful artwork, nice clothes, makeup. But all that did was numb the true pain. The wounds that cut deep, that caused those battle scars, those battle wounds, those battle words that we don't even want to talk about. And as a woman, there's many times you have to be stronger than you ever thought you could ever be. And then you feel guilty. There's the guilty part about motherhood. When you feel like, am I a failure because I'm doing this? Or am I not doing enough because I'm not taking care of everybody? But then you are. But you don't see that because nobody's pouring into you. Nobody's whispering and nobody's telling you. So sometimes we are our own downfall. We can't let that, we cannot do that in 2026. because we are regrowing, we are renewing, we are walking in our abundance, we are doing the things that we need to do. We are not failures, we are winners. We are not the shame, we are not that regret. We are not that anymore. We are growth, we are in numbers, we are in hope, we are in love, we are in our walking, we are in our faith, we are in the prayers that we prayed for, even if we had to be in our be still moment, you know. So don't ever think that because you had to be in your be still moment, that's the end. It's not. I had a lot of be still moments. I had a lot of things humble me. And let me tell you something. It's okay to be humbled. It is. You learn from it. And I got humbled real quick, way back when I was running around with the scarlet letter A. Okay? Walking around with that. Well, I had to carry it around because she was a baby. So, when you get humbled, that humbleness will push you through because you don't turn it into fire. So, don't give up on it. So let's talk about family. Let's go shout outs. First off, last week, I went out to LA for the Martin Luther King weekend to see my family and say hi. So I seen my family, Brittany. And I have known her since I was 14. And the growth in womanhood that we share, the risk we took, and sometimes the risk had huge consequences. Oh boy. And I love us sitting down. And we haven't seen each other in many years. It's been a long time. But when you see somebody online and then you talk to them over the phone and then you see them in person and you see that they are walking in their light, in their glow, oh my word, that was beautiful growth in womanhood. I'm proud of us both. I feel more thankful that I have people out here who really care about me. And the ones that don't, they're not in my circle. That's what that's about. So I have to commend Brittany on her risk that she took. And she has her own story to tell. And one day, you guys will see that. I believe she's writing a book. And I am proud of us as walking into our wisdom years. Because it's not easy. Again, thank you, Ty, for checking on me. She checked on me twice and then had coffee with me the next day with her second vehicle. Then she made a U-turn back here, y'all. That's what I'm talking about. And people be like, oh, I can't. No, she did. So I don't want to hear it. And oh, thank you, Ed. Shout out to my husband for sending me flowers. Y'all, he sent me flowers yesterday because I was going through it. I was going through emotional roller coasters. I had to sit in my silence. I had to sit in my peace. I had to sit in the things that I needed to sit there. And when you come out of it, you got bigger things ahead of you. It's a good song. Next. Shout out to my niece Lila. She a hooper, y'all. I'm proud of her. Into weekly events. Like I said, I went to go see my family, so I came back on Monday. Tuesday, I was walking through like I normally do the City Civic Square. Vibrant painting, the square. Orange. Follow me on Snapchat. If you follow me on Snapchat, I walk through there every morning and say something good. Follow me. You'll see what I'm talking about, that paint. It's dope. That's what I mean about this place. There's always color. It's not gray. It's not like it's dead. Like, it's moving. People got purpose. They're going places. It's a beautiful thing to watch. And it's a beautiful thing to actually live it. That's why I took risk. That's why I did it scared. That's why I did it and said, God, you don't you abandon me. Because with all that, I met people. I learned things. I learned things about myself that I didn't even realize. I learned more things about my siblings. And shout out to my siblings. I love you guys. So, that is as you get older. Take on those lessons. Stop thinking they're just heavy hits. You'll come out of it if you want to. Wednesday worked. Ooh, Thursday, y'all. So that's why you guys need to be on my Snapchat. So I was going to the bar, parked my car, and then I got to take the train into the city. So walked through the little foyer area to cross the street to go into the BART transit thing. Then you go to the train, whatever. You guys, I'm walking through, and I turned my head to the left, and there was the SWAT team, because there's adjacent apartment buildings next to the BART parking garage, y'all. Then they were in an Amazon van, the one that has the rollbacky. They were like staked out in there. You could hear a pin drop. They were in tactical force. And then one of their badges said, their vest was like DEA. I said, oh, sir, whoever, you done messed up. You done messed with the federal government. Like, you have to do big things to get, you got to do big things to get in trouble with the federal government, you guys. Like, yeah. Nope. Anyway. So yeah, that was crazy. So then I called my girl, Tasha, because she lives over there. I said, don't go outside, because they're everywhere. And I'm telling you, they were in position. They weren't moving around. So that's how you knew they was not there to play. Guess what? I did not take my phone out because I was trying to go to work, and my money was way more important than taking a video. I'm sorry. I don't have time to be on the news in a sad and negative light. No, thank you. If I'm on the news, it better be positive. It better be about the things that I'm praying for and working for, if I'm on the news. Anyway, so Friday I went to work, and I'm just proud of my skill set, proud of my growth, proud of the things that I'm intending to do, willing to do, and working on. But be proud of your skill set. If you don't like what you're doing and you're not proud of your job, go do something else, because sometimes we do not use our opportunities wisely. So I read in the paper last week here that the Del Monte canned fruit plants are closing, and the one that's going to hit the hardest is the Modesto one. It employs 2,000 employees. That's a lot of people. They're losing their jobs. But typically when you get laid off, you get options. So you have multiple things to do. But as they were talking about this, or as I'm reading this article, they're interviewing the Ford Motor Company president. And he said by the year 2030, the thing that will be in demand, he said plumbers, electricians, HVAC repair specialists, welders, those things are in high demand. And those programs are sometimes less than 2 years. So and they're affordable. And sometimes they'll get you, if you go through a schooling, you can get paid for by grants. Walk out of these situations surviving, going into thriving, and stop thinking small, because some of these programs you'll walk out starting a year, 90 grand. So don't always think that you have to go to college for a 4-year to be a PhD, all these things. And if you're not there, and if you're going to lose your job at a warehouse, use them for what they're giving you for. Stop thinking small. Stop thinking that it's going to end. Learn how to pivot. Learn how to maneuver through it. Choose your options wisely. Because like I said, when you don't, it's costly and it has consequences. So stop going in it like that. Well, that's the end of my week 25, y'all. The journey in San Francisco continues. And I'm happy that you guys are a part of this journey. So have a good week. Turn your pain into power and have force with it that can't touch you. The only thing that can touch you is Jesus Christ the Lord and everything else. But don't let the outsiders try to force you not to be who you need to be and want to be in your purpose, okay? Grow from it. Learn from it. Don't ever let it get you too stuck in that tunnel. Good night, Podcast by Yo family. Have a great start to your week.